Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The last video I did was part 4 on this 57 Chevy, and I had a lot more footage I wanted to put in there, but the video is getting long. So I'm going to continue with that one on this video here. I'm going to call this part 4.5. So let's continue. All right, here's my tip of the day. You get done with a big job like this, if you're restoring a car or working in a collision shop, and you've got all kinds of panels you're welding in, you've got all this cleanup to do on both sides of pinch welds. When these are in, all around in here, underneath the top side, the center support. So here's what I've done for years. I'm going to weld, this is welded in now on the bottom. I'm going to get the other side spot welded in. When those are done, I'm going to move my stuff out of the way and I'm going to clean all these welds up in here. Get them all done now. Once I weld this in, I'll clean this one up. I'll come in, I'll weld this center support in, I'll clean that up. Every time I'm done welding a panel, I spend a little time grinding the welds if they need it, cleaning up, and it's done and out of the way. If you wait till the end, you're going to have so much stuff to clean up all the way around this whole floor, the seam down the center, both sides. You get overwhelmed and you get sloppy, you'll end up leaving them. So I like to just do one piece at a time, weld it, clean it up, and move on. When you get to the end, your last panel, you don't have to start all over again, go underneath the car and clean everything up and grind welds. It's just a lot easier to keep track of everything. It goes a lot easier and it looks better when you're done with it because you spend a couple minutes doing it while you're in process instead of waiting for the end. Here's the second part to that cleanup tip I just told you about. And I don't know why everybody doesn't do this. I've seen guys just fight it. But this piece is going in next, this center cross member. And like I was saying, how I clean this stuff up once they're welded in. So both these inner rockers are cleaned up, welds are ground down, a few of them need to be touched up a little bit. This goes in next, but I'll tell you what makes this a whole lot easier. This floor is going to get welded on from the top side. And instead of trying to fight, clean all that stuff up later, I went ahead, I hope it's showing up with the glare on it from the light. I already mocked the floor up and had this all clamped into place. And I marked where my spot welds are going to be. So I cleaned the back side up because once you burn this black primer or E-coat off of there, you can't hardly get that stuff off in all these corners. You're sitting there with a little piece of sandpaper because a scuff pad's not going to do it. So I go ahead and I mark where my welds are going to be and I clean everything up ahead of time. Once this is welded on from the top side, I'm not going to have any primer that's peeled up or burnt. All I got is a little bit of discoloration on the metal, so it makes it go a lot quicker. The thing is, you have to clean this up anyway. Why lay on your back on a creeper underneath the car trying to do it when you can set it on your sawhorses and do it? If it has to be done regardless, do it when it's the easiest time to do it. Got two new ends for the center cross member. Cross member is good shape. The ends are rotted out in here and they do sell replacement ends. So this is the last piece I've got to mess with. I'll get this welded up, get it cleaned up, maybe some paint on here tonight. First thing in the morning, I'll get it welded in and then I can finally start on the floor. Finally, all these floor supports are welded in, body mounts are in, bolted down. So next I'm gonna get started trimming up the floor. What I had to do, I was worried about getting those new rubber mounts in here because they're a little thicker than the old ones. The old ones are flattened out. And this center section is pretty stiff. But I've got one of these nylon wedges here, Big Easy. I was able to just put it in there, drive it in, slip the mount in. That back one is pretty flimsy, you can just twist that out of the way. And the ones up here by the A-pillar, I just put a floor jack and a block of wood on the bottom of the rocker, and it could flex it enough just to get that rubber mount in there, so I didn't have to loosen up the other ones. Everything's sitting good, all my measurements are good, so on a downhill slide now. I think that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching.